I'm Bill Smith, President of WILG. I hope you're safe and I hope you're well. It's been 14 days since I last talked to you, and it seems like 14 years. Our membership and our country have been outraged and saddened by the senseless death of George Floyd. WILG is made up of lawyers from across the country who fight in courtrooms every day for the rights and benefits of injured workers. In doing so, we also fight for civil rights, as it's impossible to separate the two. I'd like to share with you a statement issued by WILG this week. Workers' rights are civil rights, and civil rights are workers' rights. I can't breathe. As lawyers representing injured workers, we've heard this said far too many times by our clients who suffer debilitating lung and respiratory diseases from job-related exposures. We did not expect to hear those words uttered by an African-American citizen gasping for breath while a police officer's knee choked him to death. Workers' rights are civil rights, and civil rights are workers' rights. At our annual convention, our keynote speaker, Macari Sellers, recounted the story of his father being shot during the Orangeburg massacre while working for civil rights. So intertwined are those rights that Martin Luther King Jr. was gunned down while supporting the rights of Memphis sanitation workers. Workers' rights are civil rights, and civil rights are workers' rights. As a country, we must do better. As individuals, we must do better. As lawyers, we must do better. We are saddened and outraged by recent events. WILG warriors remain committed to justice for all people. We stand with all people of color and all workers in the pursuit of justice and equality. Workers' rights are civil rights, and civil rights are workers' rights. WILG is an association dedicated to protecting the rights of injured workers and will forever fight for both. Also, when I talked to you 2 weeks ago, I talked about COVID-19. As of today, June 5, 2020, there are 1,925,000 confirmed cases in the United States. There are 110,000 deaths. Since I last spoke to you 14 days ago, another 15,000 Americans have died. We don't know how many of those 110,000 deaths resulted from workplace exposure, or how many of that number would actually be covered by a state workers' compensation act. Again, there are three categories of states under existing law. States where COVID-19 would be covered, states where COVID-19 would not be covered, and states where we don't know the answer yet. 15 states have now passed some form of presumption laws for some categories of workers. Why is that important? What's the policy behind that? If there was a bank robbery, or you had a home invasion tonight, and you called the police, and the police showed up, and a policeman was shot and killed while protecting you and your property, there would be no doubt that that policeman would be covered under a workers' compensation law. If you had a house fire and you called the fire department and a firefighter was killed while protecting your property and saving your life, there's no doubt that that firefighter will be covered by a workers' compensation law. If a nurse attending a patient were attacked by that patient and injured, she would be covered by a workers' compensation law. Why should it be any different if that police officer, that firefighter, or that nurse die from exposure to COVID-19 while they're treating or transporting a patient? WILG continues to advocate for all states to cover workers who acquire COVID-19 on the job so they are covered under workers' compensation laws. There's no good segue from racism and pandemic to other matters, but I have to do it anyway. Our 25th convention, our 25th annual convention, will be at Scottsdale, Arizona, October 5 through 7. We are planning for a live convention. We're excited about it. Our co-chairs have done a great job putting it all together, and we are also hoping that we can be there. Please go ahead, register for the convention. Go ahead, make your reservation. But we are making sure, we want to make sure that everybody will be safe. The convention will be held live if it can be done safely. If it can't be done safely, we'll have a virtual convention. So please go ahead and make your plans to be there. There will also be a live streaming or virtual option, even if we have a live convention. So if we are able to have a live convention, but you're not comfortable flying, we understand, but we still want you to be a part of it. We still want you to celebrate WILG's 25th. We want you to be there to see Andy Reinhardt honored as our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. And we're also going to have a lot of other folks we haven't announced awards for that are getting awards that we want you to be there to celebrate with them. We always have a silent auction at the convention, and we'll have a silent auction again this year at the convention. But I want you to know that WILG's having a silent auction starting very shortly. There'll be an online auction, and there'll be some great items available for you. So that auction will begin at 6 p.m. on June 17th, and it will go through June 21. The website that you can go to view the items is 32auctions.com/WILG. So please check it out. We'll be publicizing that, but there'll be some great items available for you there. And we will still have the online auction at the convention as well. Excuse me. About a week ago, Workers First Watch came out. If you have not looked at that yet, please take a look. It's online on our website. It was emailed to you as well. Our folks did a great job. The staff, Jay Causey and Alan Pierce, who chair that committee and edited, just did an amazing job. There's really good information in there for you. So please take a look at Workers First Watch. I think you'll find a lot of stuff in there that can help you in your practice and help you in your representation of injured workers. Finally, I want to thank our affinity partners. This has been a tough time for everybody. It's a tough time for our clients. It's a tough time for lawyers. It's a tough time for staff. It's a tough time for our partners as well. But they have been amazing. They have worked together. They've created products to help our clients. They've created products to help us. And I really want you to go on the website, check it out, and see if there's anything there that can help you, because that's what they're there for. They're there to help us, and we're there to help them. And I really want to thank each and every one of our affinity partners. Summit Pharmacy, Amitros, Massive, Ringler, SBA Loan Group, Transformations, SEO Advantage and Juris, CPT Institute, Filevine, Tavish Group, Keswani, Tassa Group, and Excellable. Thank you all so much. We appreciate everything that you do for us, and I hope we help you too. The services that you provide for our clients are great. That's it for today. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Thanks.